Do you ever find yourself in that moment where you have this bad habit of being defensive, or you have this habit of responding in an unhealthy, ineffective way to anxiety? That moment when it happens in your brain, you know what you're supposed to do, you know what you're supposed to say, you know how you're supposed to react, but you just right back to the way you've always done it. You just go right back to the unhealthy coping skill that you're trying to get rid of. And you say to yourself, why can't I stop doing that? Why do I automatically go there? Why in the moment can't I remember the new ones? Why can't I just automatically implement all this new stuff that I know? So when I come across that with my clients, often what we're going to do is I'm going to just ask them the question, how does that old skill help you? Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh, that's the question that I'm going to hear, the how does it help you? And I have to say, well, it really doesn't help me. No, it does. I'm asking it honestly. We as humans are pretty smart, and we don't do things unless we think that it's going to benefit us in some way. So it's the question, how does this skill or tool or unhealthy coping skill or unhealthy defense mechanism, how does it help you? What's the thing that it helps you survive? What's the feeling it gets you away from? What's the situation it resolves for you? So the reason it's helpful to have that is because now we can look at, when did you first start using it? What was the problem that you were trying to solve? What was the consequence you were trying to avoid? What was the feeling you wanted to get rid of? By looking at that, it helps us know, where do we start to change this? So when we're born, the moment we come out of the womb, we're learning how to survive in this world. We're learning, what are the rules? What are the consequences? What are the resources I have? What are the skills I have? We're learning, how do I best make it in this world? So we look at our environment and we look at our skills. And those are the two things we're looking at. What are my environment? What are my skills? How do I survive in this world? Now, often we then take those skills that we developed when we were young, we take that understanding of the environment that we developed when we were young, and we never reevaluate it. And I'm not saying this always takes place when we're young. Sometimes we have unhealthy skills from a prior relationship, from a prior situation. But basically we're saying, I learned my understanding of the world, and I learned my understanding of my ability to survive in it, and I developed my tools in this situation over here. And I've never stopped to evaluate, is the situation the same? Are the rules the same? Are the consequences the same? Are my resources the same? Are my abilities the same? So instead of evaluating and figuring out how to manage it, we're just taking our old understanding of the world and we're responding based on it. So now when those situations come up in the present where, oh, I'm feeling this way, oh, I'm acting this way, it's not a matter of we don't know how to act. It's a matter of we still believe that the old world exists. We still believe everything is the same. We still believe we're the same. And so to try and tell ourselves, hey, do something different, that doesn't compute, because something different doesn't work in the old environment. But it would work in the new one. And so that's what I want my clients to start doing, is start being able to say, what is different from the world in which I developed this understanding and these tools from now? What's the difference between the old environment and my new environment? What's the difference between my old skills and my new skills? And if those rules, consequences, world, etc. are all different now, maybe I can use different skills now. If I'm different, well, maybe I don't need to depend on that old skill because I've got new ones that I could use. Now, here's the tricky spot, is we get to the big question of, if this world doesn't exist anymore, then those rules and consequences don't exist anymore. So if we now live in a world that has different rules and consequences, It may not just be that we need to use a different skill than we needed before, but it may be that we don't need a skill anymore at all because the thing that skill helped us with, that tool helped us with, that defense mechanism helped us with, that isn't there anymore. So we don't need to solve it because it doesn't exist. Now, I recommend find a counselor. It can help you explore the difference between the environment previously where you developed all these skills and tools to survive, and now to be able to take a look at what is different, what's the same, what tools did you have before that you don't need because you have new stuff, what are the skills that you didn't have, what are the resources you didn't have but you do now. So find someone that can help you process through that. Before you go, hit the like or subscribe button, and in the comments let us know what new abilities you have that you didn't have previously. What are the new skills that you have that allow you to not have to rely on old coping skills? I'm Dr. Mickey Becker with Mood Forward. Thank you so much for watching.